Hi, I'm Kris, and this is a 30-minute class focusing on strength and mobility. And the only thing you need are 2 ordinary paper plates and a band. Now, if you don't have a band, we have these over in the fitness office, and just see any of the fitness instructors and we will be happy to get you one. They come in different strengths. And like I said, we'll be happy to get you one, and this is all you need. So we're going to start with just ourselves. I'm going to put these off to the side, and we're going to warm up. Now, you can do your own warm up if you want. Before we use the equipment, we just want to make sure that we've got our muscles warm. So if you've just been for a walk, or you want to do something different than I'm doing, I would suggest about 5 minutes of warming up. So we're pumping our arms and legs. You want to sit up tall. Make sure you're breathing. And I don't have any music playing, so you can feel free to put on your own music while you're doing this in your apartment or your villa. All right, let's do some jumping jacks. And as I tell people in a class, always feel free to modify anything that doesn't feel right to you. We all have various injuries. Maybe a shoulder doesn't work or a knee that talks to us, so be aware of those things. All right, let's go ahead and do one side, warming up our rotator cuff and our legs. Out and in. Keep your elbow in close. And just tap out. Now we're filming this in the fitness room, which has a wooden floor, but you should be able to use these plates on carpet. I've tried it, it works just fine. 3, 2, 1, switch to the other side. Four, 3, 2, and 1. And now let's give some big shoulder rolls. This way you can see if you've got room on either side, you can move any furniture that you might need to that's going to get in your way. And go the other way. Good, and then pick one leg, heel toe. Again, move those arms. Three, 2, and switch to the other foot, heel toe. Three, 2, 1. And go ahead and rotate your wrists and your fingers. And reverse the direction. And let's go ahead and rotate our ankles too. And go the other way. And switch to the other foot. Good. And the other way. All right. We're going to continue this warm-up using just the band. So, when you're using the band to work out, you want to make sure that there's always some tension on the band. You don't want to let it get limp because then your muscles aren't working. So for right now, since we're still kind of warming up, I want you to hold on to the band with just a tiniest little bit of tension. Roll the shoulders back and gently twist from side to side. Just a couple more. And nicely done. Okay, I'm going to get the plates. Now, very important safety warning. Once you have the plates underneath your feet, do not get up off of the chair because they're going to be slippery and you could fall. So if you need to get up during this class, then make sure that you are not stepping on the plates. Very important. Okay, so let's start with the balls of our feet pressing down lightly on the plates. And we're going to just start with a cross-country ski movement. If you want to intensify them, you can go a little faster. You can slow it down. You can bring your arms up higher. Like I said, feel free to modify or customize anything that you want. It's your workout. Now you'll probably find that it feels pretty easy at first to slide these plates around. And after a while, your legs are going to start feeling it because it's a motion that we don't normally do. So let's do a few more. 3, 2, and 1. So I will mostly be alternating legs and arms. So go ahead and grab your band. Wrap it around your hands. Roll the shoulders back, keep them nice and low. We're going to go back to that twist, but this time we're going to add a stretch through the chest, a twist to one side. We're stretch and twist. So notice after you stretch the band, don't let it go limp. Keep a little bit of tension always on the band. So you start with tension, you pull it, you come back to a little bit of tension. Now I'm going to say good job, but actually I have no idea what you're doing right now. You could be sitting there watching this eating cookies, I don't know. But I'm just going to assume that you're doing a great job. All right, let's do 4 more. And last one. Good. And I'm going to set the band right behind on the chair. And we're going to go back to the plates. And we're going to start making some circles. How big the circles are, totally up to you. If you feel more comfortable with a smaller circle, and then go in the other direction. Now, every once in a while, especially if you're not pressing down very hard on the plate, it might go scooting out away from you. But remember, if you're going to go get the plate, make sure your other foot is off the plate before you stand up. Safety first. All right, let's do the other leg. Start in one direction. And then go in the other direction. Three, 2, and 1. All right, come back to center, and now we're going to do both legs at the same time. Hopefully your legs are starting to feel like they're getting some exercise, but we'll do some nice stretching at the end. Because it's 2025, and I have declared this the year of the stretch. All right, let's go the other way. And a couple more. Good. All right, and then we're back to the band. So for this, we're going to anchor one side of the band at our hip. And we're going to pull the arm out like we're drawing a sword, which I have never done. But I assume that if I was to draw a sword, it would look like this. And again, be aware of your shoulder. If you can keep it low, you can bring it high. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. All right, roll the shoulders back. Anchor the other side at the other hip and draw that sword. Good. 4 more on this side. And 1. Good. All right. Back to the plates. Jumping jacks with a cross. So we're going to come out, cross the arms and legs, out, cross the other arm and leg, over, out and in. Don't forget your posture, sit up tall, keep your core engaged. Three, 2, and now, one leg at a time. Out and in, out, in. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, for this next exercise, we're going to put the plates off to the side, and we're going to bring the band underneath our feet. So right through the center of the feet is probably the best. And then I'm going to hold on to the edge of the band. Once again, when my arms are straight at the bottom, I want a little bit of tension on the band. And all I'm going to do is bring the hands up to the shoulders. Keep the elbows in. And if you're wondering about breathing, you always want to, well, you want to breathe. That's the most important thing. But if you want to be more exact, you want to exhale at the point where you're doing the work. So for example, with this exercise, as you're tightening the bands, that's where the work is. So that's when you want to exhale. And you want to inhale as you bring the band back to its original starting point. So the exhale, inhale. But again, more importantly, is just breathe. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now this next leg exercise, we're actually not using the plates. We're going to keep the band right where it is, and we're going to wrap it around our thighs, and we're going to step out from side to side. Don't worry if you can't take a very big step. That just means that the band is nice and tight. One more alternating, and now pick a leg, doesn't matter which one, and go out and in. Good, 4 more. And then switch. 8 on the other side. And last one. All right, keeping that band underneath your feet, we're going to wrap the band around your hands, extend the feet. You can have the feet flat or you can have the heels down, the toes up. We're going to be working our back, which is a large muscle, so you can usually be a little bit tighter on the band for this exercise. Roll the shoulders back, lean forward, pull your knuckles towards your hips. Check that when you lower the band that there's still some tension on it. Good. Again, I say good, I don't know what you're doing, but I assume if you're watching this video that you're trying to get in shape and trying to get stronger, so you're not sitting there watching this eating cookies. One more. All right, now roll the shoulders back, anchor one hand to the hip, and we're going to do 8 on one side. Maybe 6. Let's just do 6. All right, anchor that and switch to the other side. This is good for your posture. One more. And then release the band from your hands. Bring it out from under your feet. Grab those plates again. And we're going to go into our V step. We're going to do half of a V first. So at a diagonal, reach the arm and the leg, and then switch. Few more singles. And then if you feel comfortable, we're going to go 2 at a time. Big V, arms and legs. If your arms are getting tired, you can keep them low. You don't have to make it work for you. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shoulders back. Take the band and somehow or another get it behind your back. You can flip it over your head, you can pass it around behind your back, but once it's behind you, bring it up so that it's underneath your armpits. Wrap it around your hands. Make sure you've got some tension on there. And we're going to punch. One arm at a time. Now you can stay with just the arms, or you could add a leg and slide the plate forward. Good. And one more like this. All right, reset, and now we're going to do two at once. Legs are optional. And you've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, you getting tired yet? I am, but we're almost done. Okay, we're going back to the legs, and you can scoot over to the side of the chair if you've got long legs. I have short legs, so I can go under, but I want you to bring the plate back as far as you can. So we're working on our hamstrings there. So either underneath the chair or to the side. If you're going to the side of the chair, I suggest you hold on so you don't slip off. As far back as you can. And you don't have to do as many of these exercises as I'm doing. You can take a little break if you want. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to switch to the other side. And let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, last exercise with the band. You'll wrap it around your 2 hands. You're going to start with the band about as high as your forehead, and with your arms out in front. So I'm going to show you from the side. So about forehead height, arms out in front. And then you're going to pull it in towards your chest and then bring it back up. So out and in. And if this is too much on your shoulders, feel free to skip it. We've already done a little, something similar in the beginning of class. Out, squeeze those shoulder blades together. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, good. All right, so we're done with the band, and we're almost done with the plates. So we have our L and backwards L. So feet go forward, feet go out. Now you could add some arms with this if you wanted to, but my arms are tired, so I'm just going to do the legs. But you do you. And then I like to finish, whenever I do a class with plates, I like to finish with what I call the McDonald's arches. So you're going to trace the M. Out and in. And if I do a class like this when it's near lunchtime, it makes me hungry. But everyone seems to know the McDonald's arches, so. All right. I'm feeling ready to stretch. So let's do 4, 3, 2, and last one. Great. All right, I'm going to move the plates out of the way so I'm not tempted to stand up with my feet on them. And let's do some stretches. So sit up tall, roll the shoulders back, open up the arms, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, breathe, and then take one arm across your body and use the other arm to gently pull it in a little bit closer. And move your fingers around, sometimes holding on to that band can be a little much for the fingers. And release, open up again, and then bring the other arm across. Pull it in, wiggle those fingers. Go ahead and turn your body so that both knees are facing to the side. Hold on to the back of the chair. You're going to let that front leg drop and slide that foot back. And I want you to squeeze this glute at the same time as you pull your stomach in and slightly lean back. You want to feel the stretch right there. We use that hip flexor a lot in a seated class, especially one like this. So you really want to give this a good stretch. So your hips are going forward, your upper body is leaning back. As long as you feel it right there, you're doing it right. And then sit up. If you can reach your leg, go ahead and give it a little pull and try to bring your heel towards your butt. If you can't and you still have that band nearby, you can always wrap the band around your ankle and use that to help. And these stretches are good just in general. If you walk a lot, or even if you sit a lot, stretching your hip flexor is really important. All right, release, and let's turn to the other side, do the same thing. Hold on to the back of the chair so that you can hang that leg off the front, slide the leg back, squeeze the butt, pull the belly in, lean back as you push the hips forward. And breathe. And then sitting up, reaching down for that leg or using the strap to help you. And release that, come back, sitting, facing forward. Extend one leg, flex the foot, take a deep breath, lengthen your spine. Imagine you're getting taller in the seat, and then hinging at the hip, come forward. You can rest your hands on your thigh. You can reach towards your toes. If you can grab your toes, give them a little pull back and you'll get a calf stretch as well. If you don't reach your toes, then just flex that foot. Whenever you're stretching, you don't want to force anything, so don't try to force touching your toes. If it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. Just think about relaxing in these stretches. Your muscles already did their work. Now it's time for them to relax, lengthen, and slowly roll up. Extend the other leg. Same thing, get tall, lengthen the spine, hinge at the hip, and relax into that stretch. And then slowly make your way up. Give yourself a couple more shoulder rolls. And that's our 30 minutes. Great job. And thanks for watching. Bye.